So one of the other questions that I get about the Tesla a lot, some people actually think that there's not even a brake pedal in them, but the single pedal driving tends to confuse a lot of people. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit while we're live driving here and give you an idea of what it actually means. So right now, I'm slowly letting off the gas pedal. So I've always driven this way where I try to use my brakes as little as possible. If I'm driving a manual vehicle, downshift to use the clutch. If I'm driving an automatic, I'll let off the gas well before I get to a traffic light or whatever. But so the reality is you don't have to use your brakes under normal braking conditions while driving this vehicle pretty much at all. It's really only emergency stopping, if a traffic light changes right at the last second and you weren't prepared for it, things like that. So that's why Teslas and electric vehicles in general that are using regenerative braking don't go through brakes like a traditional vehicle would, because in a traditional vehicle you're going to have to use your brakes at every stop sign, at every stoplight, so you're constantly using the brakes. The biggest issue that the Teslas have and other EVs is that you can have issues with the brakes rusting, corroding. Because they're not being used, you end up actually having some issues with that. So Tesla does recommend that you try to use them every so often, and there's actually a setting in the car that'll automatically burnish your brakes for you. So when it detects wet conditions, like it's raining or anything like that, it actually ever so slightly makes your brake pads touch your rotors, dry them off, keep everything clean in there. So it's pretty genius, but that's how it works. So right now I never touched the brake. Now we're going. I'm pressing lightly on the gas to take off and not take off crazy, because I do drive in insane mode all the time. So right now we are pushing on the gas like you would normally, but right now if I was to let off, you'll see it's almost like I'm hitting the brakes. And it will make your brake lights come on. On my dash is a little image of the car, and you can see it'll show the brake lights turning on. So it does let the people behind you know that you're coming to a more abrupt stop than just letting off the gas and coasting, because it is, you will come to a complete stop and then it will automatically engage the brakes just to hold you in place. But right there, somebody started to hit the brakes in front of me. All I had to do was let off the gas a little bit and then slow down. So there's definitely a learning curve to it. Even though I've driven like that forever, I thought I was going to jump right in a Tesla and pick it up. The first time I test drove one, it was pretty interesting. I was kind of bobbing my head back and forth because you let off too hard and it will act like you're hitting the brakes, and if you don't let off fast enough, it won't slow down fast enough. So I would say after an hour or two of driving it, you really start to get the hang of it, and then I have fallen in love with it. I love it for everything from driving around curves. If you are driving fast, it doesn't really matter. Once you understand how that regenerative braking slows you down, you can really utilize it, take advantage of it, and make the most of putting that energy back into your battery and saving your brakes all at the same time. So it's definitely a big benefit for both maintenance and efficiency of the car.